Right on Cue Live, and we are live. And I got a special guest, because I'm sure he probably don't know or don't remember whatever. But, you know, he was here 2.5 years ago. Probably let you introduce yourself. 2.5 years ago. And I remember at that time, I may have been like 12 or 15 episodes deep. And, you know, struggling to get 100 plays. Just like, oh, I got 100. Happy as shit if I get 80 to 100. Man came on. And I didn't really know much about him at the time. Whatever I saw he was doing a lot, I was interested in talking to him. Dropped the episode. Next thing I know, 1,000 plays. Didn't know what the fuck happened. But I was like, this nigga he's a marketing guru. Because it was just a bunch of niggas all with the same tag as him, just listening and tagging. I was, oh, this nigga, he's different. So, glad to have you back. Introduce yourself.
What's going on? It's formerly known as Nasty Nah. Now go by the Wolf. Wall Street Entertainment. What's up?
And you stay busy. Stay busy. So back then, you was more so talking about like not your full transition out of, but as you were dabbling in other things outside of music.
Yeah,
you was talking about you had a hair store and you had the Undefined comedy show. And now as I follow you along, you know, you're doing a lot of like behind the scenes stuff, you know, directing videos and managing people. We got a firm where you helping people with their business shit like that. So speak on that and the journey from the last 2 years or so.
I think that, as I always like to say, that, you know, life is a constant journey to find yourself. So like all of the things that we discussed before was things that I was passionate about. All of the things that I'm doing now are just further into my passion. The transition was cool. I noticed that when I had a hair salon or whatever, I was passionate about business more so than the hair salon itself. Mm-hmm. And then not being a female, it's kind of hard to keep the doors open when you got to rely on other people to stay motivated. So, you know, we went through our trial and error with those different endeavors. How I kind of got into marketing, as far as in from like having first out marketing, that's like, you know, where we start and develop businesses. Mm-hmm. It was because of the constant endeavors I was finding myself on was giving me different knowledge in these different business fields. So I was like, I always wanted to know, like, yo, if I'm capable of doing this for myself, if I can figure out a way to make it transparent enough to help other people, I can make more money off of it. So instead of starting 10 businesses for myself, I can start 10 businesses with other people, you know, and still reap the benefit. So marketing in itself is just advertising and promotion. I've been doing that my whole life. Before I even understood what marketing was, I started to take classes, went to a few seminars, kind of strengthen my knowledge in them areas, and then that's when I felt more comfortable about starting first out marketing. And it's something I'm passionate about. I like helping people. Everything I do, like you said, I do management now, you know, is to help people. I direct videos. That's a part of me having a vision and being able to bring it to life. But ultimately, I know that my sole purpose is to help people. So I created different ways to be able to serve my own purpose by helping others. So, you know, that's something that I'm into right now. Transition was good.
Okay, and besides, you know, you just being good at marketing, business, whatever, what do you, just as far as like the managerial position and aspects, what do you think you bring to that particular table? Because a lot of people say they got managers, a lot of people say they are managers, a lot of shit be bullshit though. So, you know, what do you think?
It's a lot, man. See, I understand. I was an artist, so I understand the development of artists. I developed my artists. It's beyond just the managerial position of, like, you know, closing deals. Like, you know, that's the easy part. But it's when you get more behind the scenes of things, and having the artist's best interest at heart. Like, it's more than just a management thing with me. I don't take on artists that I don't believe in. So I'm going to invest my time, energy, effort, and money into you. I got to believe in you as much as I would do myself. So the way I see myself as a manager, I take more of a big brother role. Like, I like to aid and develop. And if they older than me, then however you want to consider me, a brother role. But it just not just being a manager or, you know, just carrying a title. Like, I'm more than just a manager. Like, I'm an executive. Like, I get things done.
Is it also, because you said you believe in them, but is it, like you said, like, with the hair business, like, you knew it can make money even though your heart wasn't in it. So is that, like, a similar parallel?
No, it's nowhere near, because, like, I'm passionate about the music in itself. It's a journey. It's a process. Yeah. Like the 12 hours in the studio don't feel like 12 hours to me. That's a regular day in the life. You know what I mean? I do this for no money. I pay money to do this. Mm-hmm. Whereas though the hair salon was strictly about money. So on days when it wasn't, I always had them doubts. Like, yo, you know what? I'm about ready to just throw in the towel. But with this, I ain't never got that feeling of throwing in the towel. Even from rapping to becoming more of a manager. Even when I was rapping, I was managing artists. I had Princess Am. I had Cousin Tad. I worked closely with a lot of artists. So it was always a part of my passion. But now it's even better because I don't got to be in the spotlight. So I don't have an image. I don't got fans to please. I got supporters. I got viewers, but, you know, they watching the journey. So me as a manager,
and mainly for other people you putting on. So
yeah,
really
you know what I mean.
really.
And then it goes back to me being able to, if I could do these things, why limit it to just being able to help myself? Like, you know what I mean? Why just market for myself when I can market for other people? I can watch 20 people get on, and the goal is to be successful, right? And don't that make me successful by the people I make successful? So that's pretty much all it's been about. But you know, I enjoy being a manager. Like people bear the title and don't know what they're doing. They hold the artists back. Like I talk to so many managers or whatever, and I just be like, y'all be in the back of my mind, like, yo, it's messed up, man. That dude in a messed up situation because the manager don't know what they doing. But I'm a
manager though.
Yeah.
Like I got it's in my bio.
Yeah, but this is my title. But it's just about being a leader and, you know, being decisive and, you know, making the right decisions that benefit the artist and, you know, that's lucrative or even just beneficial for yourself. But making sure you have both best interests at heart. Like a lot of managers be selfish. Like I watch managers be all about money. It'd be a great opportunity, but there's no money involved. So
and even if it is all about money, it's about their money, not even the artist's money.
Let me rephrase. Yeah, about their money, what they stay in the game.
Right.
So like, you know, it just people had their motives, but you know, what I set out to do, I'm actually about to do a seminar for managers and explaining to them the proper way to be a manager because tomorrow we got a meeting with another label. You know what I'm saying? By the time this release, have already sat with them. But tomorrow is also our 1 year anniversary since I started managing my artists. And it's like, yo, a year ago we was at our first session. Tomorrow, now we meet with another label. So it's just like, I know the steps to doing it. You get what I'm saying? And I don't mind sharing it. I want to see people do. I hate the nature of what's going on. Like I want to change it. So the only way I can change is by leading by example. So I'm going to have that seminar, and I'm just going to tell. And same thing for artists, like artist development, networking. You know, linking up with other artists, branding yourself, marketing yourself. And I'm not going to charge them a penny. So that's one of the next things I'm working on.
And so it all sounded great. Are there any down moments or cons or roadblocks that whether it's like just you as a person or like just certain people you dealt with? I hear a common thread of managers like, yo, like you can't make someone work as hard as you may want them to work type thing, whatever. It's like end of the day, like
the beauty in it with that, I don't have no problem. Like
okay, you got a good chemistry.
You can't. I don't force her to do any like work because that's what like the beauty. All right, so listen, when you develop in any relationship, it's like no other, whether a friendship, a relationship, a partnership, is a relationship nonetheless. So it comes communication, it comes expectations. If you clearly state what these are, you can hold each other responsible, you know what I mean, for the thing, accountable for the things that you say you're going to do. So when we sat down, we said, what are the things you're looking for in management? She confessed to it what it was. She said the only thing she want to focus on was music. That was beautiful because that's the only thing I want you to focus on is music. As long as you got the content, we'll handle everything else. Don't worry about nothing else. Don't worry about the deals we made. Don't worry. We're going to make this all make sense in the end. And trust us, we trust you. And it'll be, you know what I mean? The only downside to it be, it could be financially when you coming out of pocket, you going independent. The level that we at now, it take a little bit more money to get just the slightest bit of progress. You see what I'm saying? So but back in the day, just a year ago, everything was progress. Like it didn't matter. We did a showcase, we did it. Now it don't make sense to do a lot of stuff. Like people come to me with all types of proposals, and it be for money sometimes. But I weigh it out like, dang, it's not really beneficial in terms of where we at and where we trying to go. So the only downside I could say but we don't, as within my team, we all
that's a good problem to have though for sure.
Hell yeah, that's the best. It's a problem that I'll take. Definitely. 9 times out of 10. But me and my team, we understand our roles. So I'm not trying to be the artist. I'm not trying to be in the spotlight. She's not trying to be the manager. She's not trying. You know what I mean? My partner, he not trying to be me. I'm not trying to be him. We got graphic designers. We pretty much got everything. And the whole goal is, you show up on game night doing what you're supposed to do, we'll win. Don't worry about nothing else, and that's all we do. So it just this shit. I'm living a life right now with this, and I don't care. Not even where I'm at, but just in general, like you know what I mean. Like it's lit.
That's good to hear. So with all that being said, you have your hands in a lot. Where do you draw like motivation or inspiration from? Who are some figures that you respect or hold in high regard? Anybody?
I got a lot of respect for a lot of people doing a lot of things right now. Like my inspiration comes from anywhere. Like it could be it could be you. You feel what I'm saying? But I see what my inspiration comes from. The dynamic of the city that I want to change, and I now know that I can't expect somebody to come change it. I have to lead by example.
Talk about
so my inspiration is more so looking at the way that things is and just not being content with it. I don't accept it. I'm not cool with it. So with that being said, it's like every day I get up to help and inspire to hopefully show somebody like, yo, this is possible. I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm a motivational doer. Like I've been doing everything I said I was going to do. It's been getting done. So I'm setting out right now.
I'm glad you aren't that because, everybody's a manager. Also, everybody's a motivational speaker.
Yeah.
And like, I don't like me personally. I don't like niggas yelling at me. Like,
Yeah,
I like just a conversation
Yeah.
to give me what you trying to say. I don't need like all the dramatics or whatever. But you know,
Yeah.
some people are into whatever. But yeah, I like that. I like that little flip, motivational doer. I respect
Yeah,
that.
so that's what I'm on. So the whole, like I said, the whole key to it is I'm going to change the city. Like, well, if I got to do it single-handedly, if I got the help of others, the networking. I hear stuff like, you know, Philly has no
You're gonna
network.
be the change you want to see.
I'm going to be it. I gotta be it. Like, I don't believe that there's no network in the city. I believe that if you feel like there's no network, then you won't network. So that's why there's no network. But if you see it from a different perspective, then you can create the environment you want to create no matter where you at. I'm tired of entertainers saying they gotta move to LA or Atlanta. I'm stopping that. Like, I just had a meeting with a dude. He like, yo, I'm thinking about moving to LA. You know, I'm like, no, don't move. Like, let's sit down. Let's make it make sense. We'll put this shit together.
Yeah,
We're gonna make Philadelphia the platform to come through. Like, why we gotta keep moving to Atlanta? Why I gotta go to New York? Why I gotta go?
Take that drive to New York.
No, I gotta go to New York tomorrow. Why do I gotta do that? Listen, we're gonna bring it to Philly, and they're gonna have to come see me. They're gonna have to come talk to me. They're gonna have to come talk to you. You know what I'm saying? And it just be like, if everybody could take a little less, we'll get more. It's about not being greedy. That's another thing about being a manager. It's not being greedy. You know what I mean? Just, you know, knowing what you want, going for what you want, and nothing more, nothing less. If you want 1 million and somebody get 100 million, let them have 100 million. You got what you wanted. Be satisfied.
And that comes with like a sense of security and knowing who you are and knowing it's like what you want in the first place. I think that's what greed is. Like, a lot of people don't really know who they are in the first place. So when something changes, it's like they wasn't prepared for it. So now they like, oh no, I need more now. I want more. I need I'm never satisfied who I was in the first place type thing.
Exactly, but that's all. That only happened when you're looking at somebody else's plate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because when you, like, I like to compare life to the gym, right? I've been going to the gym a lot lately. I'm focusing on my physical health, right? And I always say, when I go in the gym, if I just stop and observe, you'll watch everybody in there doing something. But nobody watching each other because they all focus on their individual results, right? So the work everybody can go to the gym, but the work you put in is going to determine the outcome that you get. So if you want this body that you're chasing, you know what I mean, it's going to be based off the work that you put in. So if you're looking at all the, oh, damn, he's strong, he bench pressing 300 pounds, I'm only doing 100, you're going to be ungrateful and you're going to feel like what you're doing not enough. But if you're just looking at the fact that you were just doing 85 and then you're up to 100, you focusing on your own process and your own progress. I look at my glasses empty. I come from nothing. So everything is profit. If you tell me, I don't look at 100% down. I look at 0 up. So 10% is more than what I had. Yeah. I don't look at 10%. Oh, I could have got 80%, or I could have got 90%. A lot of people mindset.
You had 0.
I had 0. I had nothing. Like, I tell the artist, he telling me, yeah, man, somebody turned the $5 million deal down or whatever, and he was like, yeah, I would have did that too because like they trying to take 2.5 million. I said, well, go ahead and give him 2.5 million. He said, I don't got 2.5 million. Exactly. So what are you talking about? You're not taking nothing. You get how does somebody taking what you don't have? They giving you 2.5 million. Yeah, the deal was structured to say 5 million, but you still
got 2.5 million.
Yeah. So.
And it's funny you said about the gym thing. Even I totally agree with that point. As a side note, I've heard people say, I never understood it. Like me, if I go to the gym, I'm focused on what I'm trying to do that day, whatever, this and that. Some people say, like, I've heard an argument about, like, LA Fitness versus Planet Fitness. They like, yeah, I don't like going to Planet Fitness because, like, it don't be enough, like...
Motivation
could be, like, regular niggas in there or something like that. LA Fitness be having, like, the big, bulky-ass niggas that got more weight. I'm like...
It goes to your point, though. They don't know who they want to be somebody else. You know what I mean? Because if you going to the gym for what you want, you going to that gym because it offers what you need, not because it shows somebody else got results that you think you want. Because then you get that big and you like, wait, then you see somebody bigger. What's next? You going to chase him too? You know what I mean? So,
but to your point of Philly, I'm glad you said that. I've always personally, I don't know if I don't like fake shit or I just have so much pride in my city or a little bit of both, but I hate the narrative. Well, 2 narratives. People just like disrespecting Philly, saying it ain't shit or this and that, constantly in different ways. Or people saying you gotta leave to do whatever. Now, if you choose to leave, whatever your journey whatever it is,
right?
Cool. But like, I don't like niggas if you leave and don't come back. Or you never been here, you're not from here, or you say you just had to leave to do it. It's like I don't like those type of sentiments.
The reason people disrespect Philly because they don't. Philly used to have so much respect out of town. I used to be so proud to just be like, yo, I'm from Philly because we had our own identity. We was known
I used to go to
for
Chicago
something.
every summer. Yeah,
we was known for something. Now Philly, they want to talk like Atlanta. They want to talk like New York. These motherfuckers want to talk like LA. So now we don't have an identity. So it's almost like Philly don't. If you go to New York and you say you're from Philly, they just feel like you're a copycat New York person.
They treat us like Jersey niggas now.
Yo, like it get. I mean, like not us because we get respect, but. That's another thing. Like we got our own language. Why are we saying these things? Why are we talking like other people? We don't even know the history behind this shit that they saying. But we running around saying this, saying that. But we got our own history. You feel what I'm saying?
Cap and all that shit.
Yeah, I ain't with it.
Yeah.
But then, as far as them people feeling like they gotta leave, that's just people. it starts somewhere. Somebody have to be unselfish to make somebody feel like it's not all bad. You get what I'm saying? So if we being told that this is the worst spot to be in, why would you want to say? If you feel like everywhere else is better. But everywhere I go, they say, yo, I go through this, or they don't support, or they don't do this. So it's like, okay, it's not Philly. This is life. This is happening everywhere. They be like, Atlanta's not what it's cracked up to be. They don't support down here. They support out of towners more than they support in town. I'm like, okay, so this is not just Philly.
Niggas going
this is the way of the world. You know what I mean? But, it just come down to, we don't have identity, but we don't have a face that's like, kind of like, outside of Meek, we don't really have nobody that's like, that big to even, you know what I mean? Like, how much of an impact can he have for our whole culture if he by himself? So it's like, that's why it's like, all right.
His career's always been up and down.
Yeah, but now it's like soaring.
Yeah, straight.
But that's why I feel like now I see it's different. Like the nigga big as shit. Like, he on the road, you feel me? So I feel like it's different now than when he was young, going through his ups and downs. It's like, how can I carry this whole situation? And I'm going through stuff still trying to live. So it's like, now it's like you're more of an OG in this shit.
To your point, so I had a conversation with my mans, right? And like you said, you talk about helping people, right?
Yeah.
So I've always said, like, I'm not the type of nigga that comes to my pocket to say, why you don't do this, whatever, because, like, it is what it is. But I was like, me could do a little more for the city, whatever, in various ways.
I disagree.
Okay, hold on. So my man's, he went on a whole other tangent, saying, Meek didn't do this, he never put nobody on, this, He had a whole lot more points. I think you kind of being a little dramatic or exaggerated, but I see certain points you're saying. So generally, okay, so what's your
the reason I say I disagree is because being a person that help people, you can never help everybody.
Facts.
I didn't help 99 people, and it was that 100 person that hated me. Like, imagine if you giving out food to the homeless. If 100 homeless people, you got 99 burgers. It's going to be that one person that feel like they didn't give. So
Definitely.
how much can you extend yourself? At the end of the day, nobody is entitled to do anything.
Of course not.
So it's not. It's of human nature to feel like somebody in position. How many times you look at a billionaire like, if he just gave everybody $1 million, we go. The world's not meant to work like that. So it's like, you're supposed to help the people that's helping themselves. Look, I look at people like, all right, for instance, like, there's people that's on welfare because they need it. And there's people that's on welfare that's taking advantage of it. So it's like, how do you just differentiate the two until you deal with them? So you only thing you could do is put motherfuckers in front of the water. You work hard enough. I watch this man show people love. Once they get that platform, they do their thing. He show them love. Like, it's a proven fact. So it's like all of the people that's not working.
Respond to that real quick. So example, that's what the person was saying. I thought it was valid points. Was there anybody from Philly that Meek shed some light on before it was light from somewhere else?
I don't think that's it. So the thing is, sometimes, you could be so caught up in yourself. I see artists working right now, but they not working hard enough. So yeah, they might get a co-sign from another artist or something that might catch my attention. Like, they serious, and it might make me want to double stamp it. But I don't think it's any less genuine in regard to that because, you can't, you just can't just extend. Imagine you putting so many people, giving them the spotlight, and they not doing nothing with it. How violent is your co-sign at that point? So you want to keep yourself exclusive. You trying to co-sign the best of the best. So sometimes you need that reassurance, but it's all on how you look at it. You know what I mean? Like, if you take it from a personal standpoint, then you're going to perceive it like that. But if you look at it from a business standpoint, you like, if I'm telling that, this restaurant good, that restaurant good, this restaurant good, and you going to all these restaurants and the food bad.
Every cheesesteak in Philly popping.
This motherfucker just saying shit. But if this motherfucker come every once in a while, but like, they food good, you going to influence everybody to go fuck with it because you ain't never let them wrong. You feel what I'm saying? So when you got influence, like, beyond followers, when you got influence, you got to be real conscious of that. Like, I don't post a lot of people. I show love. You catch me behind the scenes, you can have all the game you want. We can have a real conversation, but I don't post everybody on my platform because I might not stand for what you stand for. Like, you might got a good message, but you might be talking about something I don't want to promote, or you know what I mean, or I don't want to be attached to. So it might take that extra incentive, like, this motherfucker serious. All right, let me look into this a little more. And then I'm still going to determine based on how I feel if I want to show them love or not. So I think people put too much pressure on other people, and they should put that pressure on themselves.
And I always looked at, like, my response to, like, what my man was saying is like, like the first thing he said, Meek is one man. Like, the pressure a lot of people put on him to bring the entire city up to New York or LA level is really, like, kind of ridiculous. Cause, like, and like I said, also, this nigga, that whole career has been up and down, jail every other year.
I think he did do. I think he bring light to the city. And
that's another thing. So I can never be mad. I can never be that mad at Meek. Cause in the day, he rep Philly to fullest. So okay, he may not make every nigga in Philly the best.
It's not his job though. Like, this is the thing.
To rep the city, or
no, it's his job to he rep the city.
Right, for sure, definitely.
Job to he not responsible for that. You know what I mean? And I don't want to make this whole interview about another person,
Of course
but
not, of course.
just out of respect for being in a position to help people, I see firsthand. Like I just going back to like my neighborhood. Like when I was like just playing my neighborhood, people would count my pockets. Somebody can go to jail. Oh, now I'm supposed to do this, or now I got kids, now I got family, now I got this, you know what I mean? So it's just like you can't just look at somebody's life and just look at it. Everybody always look at what somebody, and this is outside of this conversation, this is just in general. People always look at what somebody else got in a position they in and talk about what they would do if in that position, but not in that position to make that decision. How can I say what I would do if I was hanging off of a cliff and I'm not hanging? Oh yeah, he hung off the cliff with his left hand. He should have used his right. He would have been. I don't know.
He would have
what
made
I'm
it.
gonna do.
He could have got himself up
You know what
there.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what I'm gonna do until put in that position. So now me being in that position where I got expectations on me, I see it clearly. Like yo. You can help as many people as you want to, man. It don't matter. You can't change the world. They gotta change themselves. Happiness comes from within. How many times you gonna bend your back for somebody? Then what? You know what I mean? After a while, you gotta just start doing you. And that's where we've been at with it. Like I used to look for people to like help, or not even to that degree, just in general. Like just like run. It could be the radios. It could be a DJ. It could be whatever. And I had to realize like, yo, don't nobody owe me nothing. Like. And I had to understand, like, how can you develop any type of emotion towards somebody that don't owe you nothing? Like, these radios don't got to play this music. They don't have to. If they want to, it's like, yo, I appreciate you. You appreciate everything, expect nothing, and you going to always be happy in life. So, that's pretty much the process.
Got you. Last time you was here, you was like, yo, next time I come back on, whenever it is, I don't want to talk about business and music. I'm a multifaceted nigga. I can talk about a lot of shit. So, let's talk about relationships and women.
Come on, let's talk about relationships and women.
How you feel about open relationships? Could you ever be a part of it? You think it's like something that could be sustainable?
When you define open.
Open relationship meaning... Okay, so that's another thing. So part two of the question was, I heard some people say open relationship like, yo, like, we can fuck bitches together, da-da-da-da, whatever, and that's it. Open is like, we can just bring a chick in, do what we want, or maybe you can mess with her, I can mess with her, but that's that one chick. But then I heard some people say, I feel like the open relationship dynamic is always skewed by the man perspective. What if she want to fuck other niggas? How many niggas gonna be cool with that, though?
I think that when
energy kind of shifts.
I think that when you understand women, I think that the open relationship is way more beneficial for men, because if a female truly got like feelings for you, she ain't gonna fuck another nigga. So like you could open it up, you could say that, but like come on, like it comes down to their level of self-respect that they got for themselves. So I think it's very possible, but it depends on what your intentions are long term for that person. So if you already clearly stating like, yo, I'm not looking for a relationship, I'd rather be in an open relationship where though like we do, no matter the bond that we develop, it's like whatever we do outside of this bond is just what it is. That's fine, because then you gotta just you can't be mad, they can't be mad, just what it is. The other side of being open, like an open relationship, being able to like fuck, like have threesomes, all of that, I think that's sustainable too. You know what I mean? But it just really come down to the intentions of how you know what I mean, how you want the situation. Yeah, like how you want the situation to play out. Like if this somebody you're looking to like be committed to at some point, could you commit to somebody after you know that y'all didn't open yourselves up to just fucking anybody that you know what I mean? So it's just really on your intentions. But I think it's possible depending on the person.
Could you do it? Would you be interested in that?
It really come down to if I got long-term intentions with somebody, I can't do open relationship, because even in the beginning you planning towards that, you know what I mean, like you already start the initiation process of like you start view like from the rip. If you taking somebody talking to somebody, but you in the back of your mind, whether you disclose it or not, that you're gonna take them serious, you monitoring their actions. So you seeing how they carry themselves, the things they do, the respect they got for themselves, the way they treat their family, all of these different things, because in the back of your mind you're trying to figure out, is this somebody that I could be with? Is this somebody I could be? You know what I mean? But if I'm just doing like completely open and it's like, yo, you do you, I do me, then it's like I'm never gonna really put you in that light. So you know what I'm saying? But if it's somebody that I don't want to like one up on, like just like be me and them, then I could do that shit all day. Like, you know what I mean? Feeling involved or whatever, I can still do it. You know?
Okay. I like I said, you got a kid.
Yeah, I got two.
Okay,
now.
2 kids. I don't have a kid. How do you deal with, or have you dealt with in the past? How do you deal with them meeting your kids, being around your kids, anything like that?
Yo, that is difficult for me. I got 2 daughters, so it's like I was just talking to my brother about this yesterday, and he was just like, "Yo, it's different. Like, I don't be comfortable with it personally, because it's more so it's like that's like such a important part of me. It's like I gotta make sure your energy is right to be around my kids. Like I couldn't imagine they might remember you or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want them just seeing like, oh, daddy just was dealing with all these different girls. So like I'll put my kids in another room. It's very seldom. Like it's not too many. It's less than a handful of girls that actually been around my kids. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Would it be different if you had a son? You think?
Yeah, it'd be the same.
Same,
like,
okay.
Yeah, I feel like it'll be the same. It's not about the gender. It's like, these are my kids. Like, this is very personal to me. Like, this is like, you know what I mean? Like,
I heard somebody
by example. Like I can't just have them thinking. Then girls be trying to know your kids. Like, you know, I might not want you to feel like you know my kids. Like, you might just be for tonight or something. Like, you can't just be walking around like, oh, I know his kids. Like, you feel me? Like, I don't be with that. I don't even, but, you know, that's just each his own.
Yeah, I heard somebody recently say, like, yeah, like, you know, with my daughter, like, I don't really play that shit. I don't really let nobody around my daughter with my son, though. Yeah, they could be around everybody. Like, I wanted them to see me, like, you know.
Nah, that's not a good example.
I was like, what type of weird-ass ego boost is that?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that with my son either because, like, it's just, like, even with having a boy, I still don't, I want him to make his own decisions. Like, not more so based off what he's seen his dad do. And I know I'm going to be the first person he idols. So the example I'm going to set is going to be leadership, like, you know, being ambitious, things like that. Not, oh, your dad get bitches. Like, you feel me? If you get older, you'll know if you're supposed to know. When it's time to have them talks. But just because you're a boy, you're still a kid at the end of the day. So, like, a lot of my affection was affected by the fact that I've never seen my mom be affectionate in front of me, no matter who she dealt with. She never hugged, kissed, sat on laps. She never played it. So now it affects my affection that I have because, like, I'm not with that PDA shit at all. Like, don't touch my hand. No, I can't do that. Like, I'm uncomfortable. You feel me? So it's like it came from what I wasn't exposed to. But say if I was exposed to my mom just walking around doing this, doing that, or, you know what I mean? Then, like, it's just like, nah. Like, I'm glad that I'm old enough to acknowledge what I need to work on from an affection standpoint, but I'm not putting my kids in a position to witness that shit. Like, not like that.
Recently, I saw some posts, and they basically talking about, like, it was some random ass nigga or whatever, long ass Facebook shit. And he was like, yo, like, I let my daughters, I cuddle with my daughters.
I seen it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
General thoughts.
It's like, he worded it wrong.
And also, background for the people listening. So the guy was basically saying, like, yo, like, I cuddle with my daughters, not my son. But I give him credit.
Yeah.
He wasn't just like, nigga, get over there. That shit gay. You a boy. Don't touch me. He showed him real attentive and, like, he had communicated with him.
He just worded it wrong. Like, what he was supposed to say was, I don't cuddle with my daughters. Let me just say that. I don't. Like, when my daughter was an infant, you could slip in my chest. Now, I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not with that shit. So it's like, even with having a son, I don't want my daughters being raised thinking like it's okay to be in bed with a man, and I don't want my sons being raised thinking it's okay to be in bed. Now, if they are to get older and make these decisions on their own, that's my kids. But it's just not the display. You know what I mean? People could be like, oh, you know, I don't know. They were saying like he had some type of sexual issues, like whatever, some insecurities with himself. But it was just like, I didn't see it like that. I felt like that's just, man, kids be getting all types of shit. So it's like, I don't want, if they think that it's okay for their dad to do it, they might think it's okay for their uncle to do it, or their cousin, or, you know what I mean? So for me, it's not personal. It's just like, I don't cuddle with none of my kids. Yeah, I would do it for either, but to his defense, he was basically trying to say a boy, he don't want to display his son laying up. At a certain age, he's 6 or 7 years old at this point. Like, he well enough to know. You know what I mean? Like, me and my brother, we 1 and 2, my mom didn't shower with us together and all that. But, like, 5 and 6, she wasn't doing that no more.
And when I thought about it, I was like, my whole point when I was talking to some people, I was like, yo, like, yeah, I thought it was kind of weird, maybe extreme. But I'm not going to say it's, like, toxic or damaging or whatever. Because I thought of myself, me and my dad have a generally great relationship. I can't think of a time we've ever cuddled. And that's okay. I'm not fine.
Yeah, like, it's like, I don't think, I just don't disagree. Like, but you know what it is, though? It's like, the messed up thing is, it's like everybody's so sensitive now.
Of course, yeah.
So they poke a hole in everything you say. So you kind of got to be, like, careful on how you word the thing you say when you go on something controversial like that. He just worded it wrong. But I understood where he was coming from. And people were one thing for sure to the certain, people always had an opinion. But they didn't always have a platform to voice that opinion. Now they have a platform to voice that opinion. So the things that they saying was the shit they was going to be saying they seen on the news, they can just say it to him now because they can just write on his post.
Exactly.
So you just don't take it personal. It's social media. Like, you can say whatever you want to my post. I'm not going to take it personal because you only saying it to me because you can. But if I got a 10-foot rule. If you're not going to stay 10 feet away from me, then I'm not going to worry about it. Because if you're 10 feet away from me, then you might mean what you say. Now we can actually have a talk about that. You feel what I'm saying? But
even if they are 10 feet away from him, most likely the energy going to be totally different.
I know.
It will
you see what I'm
be.
saying? So that's what the talk is about. Like, you're just like, you know, how are you saying? It's like, you're entitled to feel how you want to feel. I can't, like, fuck you up for how you feel. But if you disrespecting me, then that's a whole different conversation.
Facts.
But, you know, all in all, like I said, like, dude just worded that shit completely wrong. He was more so trying to make a statement. It just didn't go right. But what he was saying wasn't wrong, in my opinion.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
I haven't talked about this yet on this podcast. 'Cause I don't like, you know, like covering necessarily hot current event topics and shit like that. But I like the dialogue. So Liam Neeson, you heard about the situation?
Who that?
The guy from Taken.
What do you do?
Okay, so like a few weeks ago, whatever, he had a new movie coming out. And he had like a press run, whatever. And he randomly said, he was like, yo, like one time, my friend, I think he's from England, possibly. He like, one time, one of my closest female friends at the time, we were younger, she said she got raped by a black man. And I was so enraged that I just was thinking like, yo, I just want to go like kill a black man type of thing, whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, went to the bar and I was just walking up and down the street and I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't find nobody, nothing happened. I went home and then he said, but as he was saying it, to his credit, he like, yo, this is really fucked up and crazy. I don't know why it took me that place. I was just so mad about my friend getting raped. That's where I took it or whatever. My thing was, one, I gave him credit that he didn't have to say that shit. It wasn't like he got exposed or some black nigga he fucked up 20 years ago came out saying, yeah, that nigga taking nigga for real. Like he just said it. You could tell, and I thought he showed some true remorse of the crazy ass thought he had, whatever. Yeah. But a lot of people like, yo, that's fucking crazy, racist, dick it, cancel him. And I don't know, how many of us think of crazy fucked up shit?
Never say it.
And so I didn't get how people just saying, yo, of course, canceling just whatever now. But the fact that he's calling him racist, a dickhead, da 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 da.
Nah, so I think that
and we in this Me Too era, and I thought like his friend got raped.
So you gotta it's psychological. You gotta go back to what around his time, what was being advertised, how was black people being perceived in the media, you know, what was the narrative of black people. So the hatred was being forced upon him. So the fact that he had hatred towards black people, I'm not surprised.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Another point I had was, again, I don't know his man, so I ain't that deep. But I felt it could have been any description, and he would have had the same feeling.
I feel like
either they said a white dude with red hair, he like, yo, next white dude with red hair, I'm gonna fucking kill him.
I can't draw that conclusion. I can only say that the rage stemmed from it being black because that's how they painted us.
Portrayed us, okay.
They portrayed us to be rapists and monsters. So he like, it's true, like they rapists and they monsters. So if he's a rapist and a monster, then he must be one too, you feel me? Because it sounded like he was just going to go at any black man. So it can't be the same because I don't think he would have went at any white person. But the thing is, like, to his credit, you came out, you kind of confessed to it, and you wanted to probably clear your conscience of it. The thing that people were saying is what's expected of today's society. Like, I'm black and I'm proud. But just because I'm black don't mean I gotta stand for what y'all stand for. Y'all living in the past. I'm focused on the future. So it's like, I feel like, I talked to the principals of schools. I said, I think y'all should stop teaching black history. I said, because we making black history. Why are y'all trying to teach my kids?
Or what?
Stop teaching what they teaching. Slavery. Okay. Why are we instilling to people that it was a point in time that we was below white people? Like, why are we teaching?
Maybe expand the black history because they try to act like that's all we got.
We don't need to talk about it. What at this point?
But they ain't like that. We start there too. Like nothing happened before that. That's my issue with it.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Nothing happened before, but they don't finish after neither.
Right.
We just were slaves.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So what does that do to us psychologically? We start to think that we inferior. We start to think that we not good enough. We start to think this is why we start going through life with excuses on why it's unfair. Granted, it is, but it's only going to continue to be that way because they keep instilling this shit. So if you got generations to come feeling like, yo, I used to be a slave, subconsciously I'm already going to take on the fact that you might not like me because I'm black. So now everywhere I go, I'm monitoring the wrong shit, as opposed to just taking whatever opportunity is few and left to everybody.
And judging everybody for what it is.
For what it is. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm black and I'm proud. And I don't take away from that. But like I said, I feel like if we're going to talk about black people, let's talk about the great shit we doing. Talk about the people that did it. Put people that did it in the history books and leave out the slavery. We haven't been slaves in the hundreds of years, and we ain't going back to slavery. So why I got to keep being reminded of that shit? You know what I mean? The shit that they went through freed us of these opportunities. So with these opportunities, let's prosper on top of them. Let's not continue to just... Because all that do is keep the same white people that they say oppress us, that keep them oppressing us. Because we give them the power to do so. You feel what I'm saying? But it's deep. I don't like really getting into political conversations, like race conversations, because I stand on a different side of it. So people will look at me like, how could he say those type of things? But it's like, if y'all understood what I understood, it's just like, I understand, like, we bigger and better than what y'all allowing them to make us think that we are. So I want to do more. So, you know.
I respect it. So, not to be, I like that you said you don't want to talk more, but this is like kind of like, you know, adjacent from it, whatever. Pro-black. Two-part question. But first, what does pro-black mean to you? Okay, you say you're black and proud. What does this phrase pro-black mean?
I don't think I'm pro-black.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, it's like one thing for sure, two things for certain. I stand by what's right, and what's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. So I'm not going to stand with somebody because they black if they wrong. You feel what I'm saying? If what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. I'm black and I'm proud, meaning like I know my ethnicity, like, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I think that everything we do should be justified by the fact that we black, and that's what be happening. You know what I mean? Like I don't like I'm all for the Black Lives Matter movement, but I think it matter even black on black. Like I think that I'm watching young boys kill each other You know what I mean? More than like they made a thing about the noose. I forgot what brand it was. Now that's an issue, 100%. But
the clothing shit, right?
Yeah, they made an issue about the noose, right? That's the issue. But at the end of the day, it's more black kids being killed by guns than a noose. Like, you feel me? So if this was the 1800s, 1900s or something, and we talking about noose, but it's like, let's talk about this gun violence that these kids, you feel what I'm saying? So let's really get enraged by that. Like, if we're gonna be pro-black, let's stand up against each other too. That's not just all come together when there's another race. Like, you know what I mean? So that's my definition.
It's convenient outrage.
Yeah, like, but it's just like you doing it because somebody else doing it, not because it's how you really feel. Because like I've developed hatred for other black people more than I probably developed for other white, because I never even encountered these motherfuckers. My issue with white people is y'all don't know where we come from. I'm on probation. I'm not ashamed to say that. My probation officer said to me, I asked her if I was able to move. I said, can I move? Because, my surroundings is making it difficult for me to stay online, because I still, feel a need to, be able to protect myself. Right. She said to me, your surroundings shouldn't alter your behavior. You should be able to live wherever you are and focus. I'm like, yo, you can't make that statement because you don't know where I come from. You don't walk down the street and worry about getting shot at. You don't gotta come out of, you don't have the stress of worrying about if your family members gonna come home. You don't have that. So we come up different. So, and to that regard, yeah, I'm all for it. But as far as like just developing like hatred and just like going at people, bro, I'm focused on success. And success ain't got no race. It's just what I want, happiness.
Okay, so with that being said, would you say you can, okay, so again with the pro-black thing, you think you can be pro-black or whatever, but date outside your race? Because some people say you can't be pro-black.
I'm just not. I probably wouldn't date outside my race.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think I could probably fuck outside my race, but date. I'm not against it, but I don't think I'm just like.
Just not you personally.
Nah, yeah. I connect with my kind. So it's like we come from the same culture, the same background. So it's like it's interesting to know somebody outside the race, to learn about them, but. I'm not sure.
I'm attracted like that for just not.
Yeah, I'm not really attracted to him like that. It's not really my thing.
About you when you said staying focused on success. That's how I feel generally with like every time like when I go to my job or whatever. I work with like older people, a few older people, whatever, who I feel they just generally like watch the news. Like that's like their generation, more than watch the news than we do, whatever. Every day they come, yo, do you see the triple homicide? The baby got thrown out the window and the fire burnt down and the crack baby. I'm like. No, I did not see that. Like, I didn't wake up at the crack of dawn just to fucking watch that shit to start my day. But generally, how I am. I don't really. It's like an ignorance is bliss type thing. But like, of course, like we in the information age, you gonna come across more shit in general, or whatever. But I'm not seeking out just bad information and bad news, or whatever. And I find that, to me, that brings me peace, because like, yo, like I'm focused on what I'm trying to do in life and how I'm gonna get from day 1 to day 2 and how I'm trying to work on day 100 in the future, shit like that, whatever, and working on my path. All this other shit that's going on, it's like that's not affecting my shit anyway. So why the fuck am I even like focused on that?
So the thing is, man, the reason, and a lot of the books I've been reading kind of talk about that. We be controlled by the media, so they paint that the media is for viewings. So negative always got more of a viewership than positive. So it's like it's not really nothing to talk about. That type of thing. But the reason, not even just older people, because it's like it's these pages on Instagram that do the same thing that people follow.
It's a different platform now.
So people still follow the same content of knowing who was killed and who was shot. But the thing is, like 90% of our communication is gossip. Like, if you used to have a conversation with 9 out of 10 people, most of the time it's about somebody else outside of the 2 people involved in the conversation. Whether you be with the one that partake in it or not, that's just what goes down. Like, that's just how life is. So people watch these things to be in the know. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So it keeps them, they feel like they up to date, but the whole time it's like, people getting killed everywhere. People dying everywhere. So it's like you might see 3 Philly homicides and be like, yo, Philly is so bad. But they might have skipped 10 over in another. You know what I mean? So it's just like, that's just not good for my energy, for my spirit. Like, I don't want to know about who being murdered and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's like you said, ignorance is bliss. So the less I know, the less I have to worry about. Like, every time I find I could be in a courtroom at one of my homies' court cases, right? And I'd be like, yo, I'm not just become a fucking lawyer because it's just all this injustice shit, and I just need to make a change. Like, I'm always seeking to make a change. I could walk past some homeless people, man, I'm about to just fucking start I'm about to just go around feeding all the homeless people.
Open up a shelter.
You know what I mean? So I started noticing, like, yo, I so into anything that I'm around. So it ain't that I don't care about it, but if I can not,
you're human. Like,
I'm gonna try to avoid it. Now, you brush my bristle, then I'm gonna do what I gotta do accordingly. But I try to make a difference by showing people like, yo, like let's get out of this shit. Like instead of me judging the people that's in the streets, I try to tell them, like, yo, I was in the streets. I can start a business for you. I can help you. Like, you know, I've been in a job. I've been through what you're going through. I'm still on probation. Like, I've been through these things. Let me show you by example that all of my friends be like, how did you get out of the streets? Like, you don't think it's ever going to... The whole thing is, I was going to catch up to you. I'm pretty sure it will. But if I keep moving forward, it's going to have a lot of catching up to do.
Don't make it easy.
But if I sit right here, it's going to catch me way faster than it's going to do if I'm way the fuck over here. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, what's due to you is due to you. You can't duck it. You feel what I'm saying? But people just want to get by till they die. They want to live safe till they die. So they don't really like taking risks. But, you know, it's just like going back to what you said, people just want to be in the know. So that they just want to gossip. They want to know. And they like being in fear. People like living in fear. Like, people like living in fear. So knowing that it's all of this stuff going on, feeling like you're conscious of it, making you think you can go around it, but you're just living in fear. Somebody that's living fearless don't give a fuck about that. It's happening, like, everywhere you go. So why am I the same?
And it's been happening. That's what it's like. What was it? Back to relationship shit real quick, whatever. How would you... So, again, like, I didn't care about this shit generally because it was like some love and hip-hop shit for the most part. But it was Joe Budden and Game was involved in this. So, apparently, Game used to fuck Joe Budden girl a long time ago. So, anyway, the thing was, he made a song where he was talking about all these girls he used to fuck back in the day, whatever, and he mentioned his girl in the song. So, then the conversation opened up to saying, like, all right, how do you feel about your girl's past? And shit like that. What do you want to know? What do you need to know? What do you don't care about at all? How do you feel about that in general?
Yo, so I'm not really a dude that's, like, really overly invested into who a girl fuck. I just be wanting to know certain shit, like, honestly, like, just being, like, transparent with it. I might want to know, like, did you ever fuck for money? Did you ever get a train ran on you? Because these come down, like, your self-respect.
Yeah, that's a deal breaker.
You know what I mean? They're just, like, no, different shit like that. That's the thing that I want to know. But, like, as far as how many people you slept with, they got respect for you after they fucked you, or whether they had a one-night stand on it, I could care less about that shit. Like, I got bitches my whole life, so it's like, that shit just some cornball ego shit. Not towards Game, I don't know. I'm just saying in general, like, for me to be walking around worried about, like, you know, who she fuck, I don't care fuck with shit like that. It just, more so, I'm not gonna lie, I'd be like, yo, if you could be bought, then I can't take you serious because you got a price on that pussy, so it's just like, what that pussy costs. Or
is it a proximity thing? Like, people close to you serve regardless?
So, if depending how close, like, I know so many people, like, within the guidelines of the city, I can't be upset if I know somebody you slept with. Like, you feel me? I'm not gonna feel like, oh, he slept with my girl, he noticed my girl. Oh, you know what I mean? Then it's how he carry it too. Like, you know what I mean? Like
that might just be a personal disrespect type thing.
Yeah, like out of a respect standpoint. But if you fucked her before I had her, you didn't fuck my girl, bro.
I never understood that logic.
She leveled up, bro. Like, that's a whole different. She on a different status, like fucking with a different nigga. So like whatever you had was like at that level. Like, we're not gonna keep talking about like the 7th grade love.
We gotta talk about how fragile a lot of niggas be bringing up, like holding on to shit with women from like 5-8 years ago. It's like, yo, nigga, like
that's just an ego thing. Like I've been the boy at the back of my head. I didn't did it. I gotta understand. You know what I mean? But when I realized it was just to stroke my own ego. That's all it was, to make myself feel good. Like, yeah, I fucked that bitch. Like, all right, you feel me? But it's like, okay, like, you know what I mean? Bro, like, sex is so easy to come by. I look at it like, what else did you get? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, did she love you? Like,
was she invested?
You know what I mean? So that's more the question. Like, how many niggas you still love? Like, fuck how many niggas you fucked. Like, how many niggas you, like, is there somebody out here that you still in love with?
How many niggas could get it back?
Like, how many, you know what I mean? So that should be more the issue, not more so a nigga running around saying, oh, I fucked that bitch. That's just some old ego shit. You feel me? So, you know, if you as a man choose to, a nigga can't get one up on you. You only can give him one up by how you react to it. So if a nigga come to me like, yo, yeah, I fucked your bitch, I'm like, all right, like, you feel me? I'm fucking her too. So, like, you know, would you want to share stories? Like, you hear me? But if I'm like, what? You did what? Now I'm upset. Now he know, like, yeah, I got under this nigga's skin. And that be nigga's sole purpose. And I'm not giving you that.
Gotcha. Back to music real quick. So, like, are you an actual, like, I hear a lot of people that's involved in music don't really listen to much music. Are you like that? Like, are you, like, listen to current, older? What do you do?
Now I listen to music. No, I'm
now?
a manager. No, I didn't listen as an artist. Can't lie. But as a manager, I listen. I analyze. I critique, you know, I do it all. I listen, like, I really, because I got an ear for it. So it's like, I understand the art of making music. So I can respect the song that you might think corny, but I can look at the effort that it took to put into it and know, like, yo, you know, like, damn, I see where he was going with it. It just might not be a hit. But I got an ear for music, and, like, I got an unbiased opinion. I love old school music. I love R&B. I love pop songs a lot. Like, pop might be like my favorite genre. I love pop music. I love rock and roll music. The only thing I never really got into was like country music.
Country's always the common denominator with shit that people don't fuck with.
I ain't gonna say I don't fuck with it because I never listened.
Okay.
I never gotten into it because it's just not. I need that vibe. So but I listen to music. I listen to all type of music. New music. I gotta get put on to it a little bit more. Like these new artists, like I probably fuck with a song or two. I don't really have I fuck with A Boogie if I do know. Like people that got like substance in their shit with the sound, I can fuck with. So people like him, I listen to him a lot. Like you feel me?
Okay, so general question: when you look at judging artists or keeping them in mind, what would you say is like weigh the most to you? Like the pure okay, just give you a little background. So this like kind of question stems from me and my friends comparing Michael Jackson and Prince.
Okay.
And to me personally, Michael Jackson's better just because like the pure end final product is better than Prince's final product.
Yeah.
And they was like Prince is better because he's just generally more talented. He can do his instruments, whatever. And I like, you know what? Even though I disagree, that's a fair point because if you judging talent over the product.
Yeah.
It is what it is, whatever. So I started thinking, it comes down to like you put it there.
Yes,
it's like what's the most significant to you when you like judging music? Is it like the catalog, the skips on projects, the hits, or the versatility?
Yeah, it's all of that.
So is there like maybe like one or two or three that's like number one or like a top three of like what's the most important compartments?
I think that
creativity.
I think that all of that stems into it. It's originality. I see it's like it goes beyond the music. It's your impact. It's your originality. Because I feel like that, like, if you didn't impact the game or shifted it in any way, then it's like you just another talented person. It's like there's a lot of talented football players and basketball players, but everybody don't make it to the league because they not adding what's missing. So, like, when you look at Mike and you look at Prince, for instance, like, they wasn't a part of my era, so I don't really know too much of Prince music at all. So, like, that should tell you a lot, too. It's like when you look at the Jay-Z and Nas comparison. People like Nas and people like Jay-Z, but when I look at somebody like Jay-Z and I look at it, like, from a brand standpoint, like he made more of an imprint on the game. You know what I mean?
Impact. Yeah, a lot of people say as well. Yeah, some people say that's why Tupac is the ghost too, because he made the most impact. Yeah,
he made the most impact in the game, and it's like even understanding the correlation between him and Biggie. Like no matter how you felt about whose music was better, like they both of their legacies living on. You know what I mean? But Pac like undoubtedly did a little bit more, and he had more time to do so. If I'm not mistaken, his run was a little longer than Big's, but they passed unfortunately around the same time. But like you look at somebody like that's how I look at a lot of times people make the comparison with, like Drake, Kendrick. J. Cole back, just a few years ago, they was making them comparisons or whatever. And I looked at like Drake always stood out because he did he did have a versatility. But not just having the versatility to make the good music, like he was big in all aspects. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Whereas though, like, if you look at LeBron James and then you look at somebody else, and they be like, they might be a good shooter, or they might be a good...
LeBron Durant.
So it's like Durant is a great player undeniably, but LeBron might offer a little bit more. So if people saying Prince offer more than Mike, I wasn't there to know who did what. I wasn't there.
He played like 27 instruments and shit like that.
But that don't matter to me.
Right.
I don't care how many instruments you play. It's like the finished product, the music, which music is better. Mike got more hits. You know what I mean? Mike, they both legendary.
Of course, icons. Definitely.
They're both icons, but Mike just was like the king of pop or whatever. He left with like a huge title. Like, was Prince like the king or something? No, I'm asking because I didn't know.
Really no.
Yeah, so I mean, as a kid, I really knew Mike more. So I like even when you knew Jordan, I'm pretty sure there was other people that could take Jordan in the NBA, but we wasn't taught about that. We was taught about Michael Jordan. Because the law is it only could be one in people's minds. So when it's all said and done, 50 years later, they still gonna probably talk about Mike. You know what I mean? And Prince will probably, just continue to just like be at that level of people that be like, you don't remember Prince? But Mike is like the person that they always gonna refer to first.
Speaking of Mike real quick, how do you feel about, we don't got to talk about his documentary, the pedophile shit.
I didn't watch it.
Okay, cool. Do you believe there is a such thing, or is it necessary to cancel someone after they're gone?
I think you do what you want. If you want to, you do that. That's what you stand for. I think whatever your decision is, I think it's unfortunate that he can't defend himself. So it's like, it's impossible. We live in a world of accusation. So now you guilty until you prove yourself innocent. So if I say, yeah, you a sexist. You a sexist until you prove you're not.
Facts.
And you're going to be on trial for the rest of your life. That means I'm going to watch every tweet you post, every caption, every word you come out your mouth, and looking to validate what was you accused of. Because that's just the way the world works now. So it's fucked up that it's like that, you know what I'm saying? But that's just what it is. So it's like, you got to tread around that. Like, you're going to be something to somebody. So if I want to cancel somebody, it's because I want to cancel them, not because you told me to. Like, you know what I mean? When I cancel certain people or whatever, not to even note nobody, but if I was like, yo, I'm cool off this person, it was because of whatever I felt, not because I was told to. Because I got my own opinion, my own point of view. So I'm not canceling Mike. I didn't even watch it. I don't know what they talking about.
Yeah, I watched it.
I didn't watch it. I was kind of over the R. Kelly thing. Like, I'm like, all right, like, we giving this nigga too much attention at this point. Like, there's a lot of this shit going on. And
Yeah,
then
now it's just a bit.
on it.
Yeah,
But it's just like at the same time, that's because he spoke out. And that's what the world wants you to do. They want to accuse you of some shit, and they want to see how you recover from it. If you can defend yourself, you're cool. If you can't, you're done. It's just that simple. So, you know, you just got to be ready for when them attacks come. You got to be on point. Like,
Facts.
they're going to come for your career.
I'm going to give you some little flash question real quick so we get ahead. Is that, I don't know, we did it last time, so we got a new little set now.
Okay.
Would you accept the gift of reading other people's minds if it meant you could never turn it off?
Fuck no.
Okay. If the average human lifespan was 40 years old, how would you live your life differently?
4 or 40?
40.
If it was just, I'd be more fearless, quicker.
Okay.
Knowing that how much time I got left is like what I'm afraid of.
Okay. In what ways are you the same as your childhood self?
I always been ambitious, always been a leader, always been a businessman, and I always been smart.
Okay. If you're in a bad mood, do you prefer to be left alone or have someone cheer you up?
I feel like to get out of a state of being down, it comes from inside, but certain people can cheer me up.
Okay.
So it's either or.
If you can master one skill you don't have right now, what would it be?
If I could master a skill that I don't, and this like could be any skill, I think I want to master self-love. That's something I'm working on right now. So like I don't have it mastered. I'm trying to master it. If I can love myself, then I can love the world and I can operate in this fourth dimensional world that I'm trying to get to.
Interesting.
It's like, you know.
You speak about like you seem like a very confident person, but
Yeah.
you still have it's like a fine line, like self-love. Like you are confident
Yeah.
and always and self-aware, self-assured of yourself though.
Yeah. So say that's the question.
No, it wasn't a question. I'm saying though.
Yeah.
So even though you're such a confident person and like assure yourself,
Yeah.
you still have a thing of working on yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, interesting. What stands between you and happiness? Is it just self-love or other things? And not saying you're not happy now.
No.
But,
I was about to say it's just understanding for what happiness is to you. But until you learn like how to love yourself, it's just self-love. Once you self-love, you can never not be happy. You ever see, and I'm just making an example, you ever see a homeless person, they about happy as shit, and you want to know why? It's because they love themselves. Your circumstances don't bring love. The things you got, it's really just internal. So
definitely. Peace of mind is priceless. I always say that.
Yeah, that too. But that comes from, that's all. Happiness, self-love will bring you peace of mind. What are you worried about? You feel me? Who come in your house? Who come into your life? Who leave in your life? What you have, what you don't have. You love yourself. So it's like, I got me. That's all I need. So that give you peace of mind.
Would you rather lose all your old memories and never be able to make new ones, or only, let me get the question right, lose all your old ones and can't make new ones, or keep your old ones and can't make new ones?
So you're saying basically, I don't want to live in the past. So I'd rather just wipe it out.
Gotcha. That makes sense. It's consistent. Would you rather discover something great and share it, or discover something evil and prevent it?
I think if I discover something great and share it, it could prevent the evil.
Who do you consider the most important person in your life, and how could you improve the relationship with them?
The most important person in my life right now is me, and the way I can improve the
Self-love.
relationship with myself is by continuing on this journey of self-love and understanding. Then I won't expect nothing from nobody.
I like it. Would you be willing to sacrifice your finger to win immunity from all major diseases?
I ain't answering that.
Okay. If you had to choose free unlimited service for 5 years from a chauffeur, cook, masseuse, housekeeper, or a secretary, what would it be?
Yo, this is funny because like everything you named, I kind of got already.
Talk heavy, King.
But it's like no, it's just the people I'm surrounded by. Like due to my driving ineligibility, I don't drive myself.
Okay.
She a chef, so I guess I don't mind. I guess it'll just be. Yes. All right. So outside of cooking, chauffeur,
We had a masseuse, housekeeper, or secretary.
Masseuse.
Okay. Massage is underrated.
Masseuse all day. Rub my back all day.
Underrated.
Yeah.
If you had to move to a new country, very short notice, which country would it be?
Take me to Honduras.
Okay. Is there anything you could do today that you weren't in a position to do a year ago? And what do you like? What is one thing you like to do a year from now?
I think. So where do you want me to direct this question? Because it can go anywhere, and that's like too general for me.
Okay.
I can talk about career. I can talk about personal. So you know what I mean? Just give me a direction.
Give me personal.
All right. Personally, something that I'm able to do now that I wasn't able to do. I'm more comfortable alone. Last year I wasn't. I felt like I probably needed to be more surrounded by people. But it'll all go back to like the development of myself.
Okay.
And a year from now, I would like to be able to I like now even more than something I didn't know. I didn't state. I'm way more understanding, like of everything, of everybody, like with no beyond judgment, beyond expectation. So I'm happy I'm able to do that. A year from now, I just want to be able to I want to be able to transition a couple people into like what I'm on. Like you know what I mean. Hopefully to inspire them. Like I can't force them, but hopefully they see the level that I'm at. Hopefully
be the change.
Be the change I want to see. So that's something I want to be able to continue to do. So a year from now, I just want to continue to be that change.
Okay. What was a dream job you had growing up?
Yeah, I wanted to be what I'm doing right now. No bullshit.
Okay.
I looked up to I looked up to Diddy a lot. You feel me? So,
Me too.
So it's like the people thought he was like people always say think he was corny. Like they be like he like a corny old head. I'm like I must be a corny old head too because like I understand him. Like you feel me? So like I always wanted to be that bridge. I wanted to be impact the world. I understand that we're gonna be dead longer than we're gonna be alive. So your legacy is more important than anything, any lifestyle, any temporary satisfaction. So I want to be remembered for helping people and like putting them on. Like, yeah, he helped me. I helped this person. I helped that person. I did this person a millionaire. This person a millionaire. So, you know, that's really what it is for me.
Okay. What characteristics do you admire in others most?
Honesty.
Okay. How do you like to spend your free time?
Yo, I love shitting in the crib, yo. I swear, just doing nothing. Like I'm out, I'm active, I'm driving all day. If I could just chill, but it's weird. Like I don't know, it's weird. But I want to vacate. Fuck that. I'm gonna say that because I'll chill on vacation. Fuck sitting in the crib. Gotcha. I want to just vacate.
You prefer? So I'm assuming you prefer the vacation where you're just literally doing nothing versus like a. Some people prefer to go to like Vegas and just turn up every night type shit, whatever. And some people like no, I like the island where I'm just like laying out, maybe just eat and drink by the pool type thing.
I think I want to do both, but I think that, I want to do both.
If you had to pick one,
yeah. If I had to pick one, I would take Vegas.
Okay, cool.
I'd rather be active.
Got you. Nigga, not gonna rest.
Yeah, I'd rather be active.
Oh, well, what was your most, if you can think of one, your most embarrassing moment?
If I had to say a time where I was embarrassed, I was doing this performance. It was just an awful performance. They ain't booed me or nothing, but I still ran out the back door. In my head, I got booed. I forgot what I did. I think my mouth got dry. I was rapping. I started like skipping words and stuff. Okay. That was pretty embarrassing.
Shout out to the crowd for not booing you.
It ain't booed me. They know it was like, but I didn't develop the rapport with me. It wasn't my first time doing it or whatever. I don't even know what happened to me that day, but it was embarrassing. I still think about it and I still get that feeling. I was some nut stuff. You know?
If you could witness any event, past, present, or future, what would it be?
Change in the future.
Okay. What are you most afraid of?
I'm fearless. I got God on my side.
Got you. And if you had a life motto or philosophy that you live by, what is it?
I'm rich already.
I like that. Bars.
Yeah.
All right. Do you enjoy yourself today, man?
Yeah, definitely. Appreciate it. It's always a pleasure on RightonQuelive.
Yeah, I really love this conversation. Like, I mean, well balanced, touched on everything.
Yeah.
And to me, you're also just like cool, genuine guy, and you're just like a great thinker. So I respect that.
I appreciate you having me. I tell you, man, I'm always down to come back, no matter the platform. Long as my schedule and your schedule align.
Yeah, it was, we did a little moving around to get this done.
I was going back and forth out of the city, but I was making sure we made it happen. So yeah, I'm always down to come back. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you. RightonQuelive, talk about it. We out.